when the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade ended in tragedy, with gunshots ringing out amid the celebration, resulting in multiple people injured and someone dying, an innocent woman dying senselessly and pointlessly, you knew that immediately the mainstream media was going to try to make this all about gun control. And they attempted to until they saw who actually did this, until they saw it was a group of thugs that got into an altercation and started shooting at each other. Then quickly, they started to try to bury this thing because it didn't fit the narrative. And now, even several weeks later, you hear Chiefs parade shooting survivors feel forgotten because it's out of the mainstream media at this point. Because once they had those first couple days to have all the people out there virtue signaling about we need to do something about gun violence and gun control, once it was revealed who the shooters actually were, all that quickly changed. Well, there's at least one person in the NFL, one member of the Kansas City Chiefs, who refuses to do that type of virtue signal and blame it on guns or anything like that, and is saying something you don't often hear right now in the aftermath of things like this. Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker says parade shooting shows need for strong fathers in home. Now, he's very outspoken about his faith. He's a very devout Catholic. He talks about it very often. He gave a big interview, and one of the things that got touched upon, of course, was this Kansas City parade tragedy, because unfortunately, the woman who died in the middle of all this was actually wearing a Harrison Butker jersey when it happened, so I think he feels probably a big connection to her family and everything. But he got specifically asked about what happened, and instead of blaming guns, instead of the typical virtue signal you see, he said something pretty powerful. Addressing several topics in the interview, Butker spoke out about the violence that erupted last month at the February 14th parade in Kansas City, celebrating the Chiefs Super Bowl victory. A dispute between revelers escalated into a shooting that claimed the life of Lisa Lopez Galvan, a local radio DJ, mother of two, and a parishioner at Sacred Heart Guadalupe Parish in Kansas City. Butker said he later learned Lopez Galvan was wearing a football jersey with Butker's number when he was shot. He said he subsequently gifted her family one of his own jerseys, and she was buried in it. Butker said although he didn't know her, he says he hoped she appreciated the fact I was Catholic and was outspoken. To be able to receive that encouragement, that love, even though I never met her, I heard that from her family, how much she was encouraged by me and loved all my work. It's encouraging for me to continue on the path I'm on and to be never unwavering in my beliefs. Expressing deep sorrow over the violence, Butker said the shooting incident demonstrated the need for strong father figures to set positive examples. Quote, I think we need strong fathers in the home. I think we need men that are leading, that are setting good examples, that are teaching young men in our society that violence is not the way to handle our disputes. This is not somebody who took the bait to ask about gun control, anything like that. Instead, Harrison Butker is getting to the actual underlying issue that a lot of people, when talking about this, are apparently just too afraid to talk about. That you have thugs out there that have no actual father figures in their lives. That's what's going on, and that's the cause of so much violence in this country in general, but absolutely what happened this day in Kansas City at the Kansas City Chiefs parade. Harrison Butker not afraid to go out there and say, hey, this is the cause. This is what needs to happen. This is what needs to change. Not any of the virtue signal bullshit about gun control. Instead, just a man who loves God, telling people that this is really the root of so many of the problems out there, and he's not wrong. What do you guys think about this? Harrison Butker speaking out and refusing to go the same way as so many people in the NFL have. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.